Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Van Zandt, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all.
Good morning,
so wake your ass up. Good afternoon. The official Man Cave Morning Show.
What's up?
Oh, it's going to go down today, people. Trust and believe. The full squad is in the building. Let's clap it up for that. Wake up! Wake up, wake up, wake up! Up your way. Because actually in Cali, it's like 9:16 in Cali.
Yeah.
So shout out to everybody on the check-in.
Morning somewhere.
First and foremost, let's introduce the awesome squad of the Man Cave Morning Show. To my far right, the man that always had the plan, and we've been down.
It's the Man Cave.
Since what?
Since a long time.
A long damn time. Smooth P.
Yes, the man, the myth, the legend in the building.
Yes, yes. And of course, right next to me, the dude that gets a little rude, especially when he's in a bad mood. We call him what? Geek and Woo. Geek and Woo Woo.
It's for the children, kind of forever.
Geek and Woo Woo. And sitting next to me, yes, the beautiful chica.
The vivacious.
The talented.
The pancake cookie.
The wonderful. My partner in crime.
All that.
We call her Hurricane Kiss.
What's up?
Good morning, good afternoon, my people. How are you?
Yes.
And in the middle, where you at in the middle?
I am El Jefe.
Yes.
El Jefe.
A.K.A.
And as of this morning, DJ Rooster.
Storm Norm the General. A.K.A. Chief Bottle Washer.
Extraordinaire.
A.K.A. Let's start the damn show.
Wow.
Bang, bang, bang.
Let's get it. We on and popping. First and foremost, shout out to everybody watching this live right now on YouTube.
Bang.
Salute to everybody watching this live right now on Twitter and Periscope. Shout out to everybody watching this live right now on Ustream. Shout out to everyone watching this live on where? The mother site, WBKS1.com, baby. Yo, shout out to everybody too that's watching us live on Facebook. We love you all.
And listening on that tuning app.
Salute, yes, to everybody listening to us live on the tuning app.
It is free.
And
Go download it.
Yes.
Shout out to everybody checking us out on IG Live.
Shout out to everybody on IG. Salute.
What's good?
Now let's give some good mornings. Yes. Good morning, Ramona Woods Black.
Ramona.
What's up, Queen? Good morning, DT. Good morning, Lily on the check-in. Lily on the check-in. Good morning, Alesha Mitchell. Good morning, Paul Joseph Williams. Oh, good afternoon. Okay, good afternoon. All right, good afternoon, Phyllis Woodbury. Good afternoon, Sandy B. Hey, what's up, baby? Good afternoon, Dawn Forte.
What's up, Dawn?
Good afternoon, D-Mac. Good afternoon, Jay Gray. Good afternoon, Bernadette Fisher. Good afternoon, Kenny Johnson. Good afternoon, Deborah Anthony. Good afternoon, Barb. Hey, Barb. Good afternoon, OPE. DJ OPE. What's up, Kev? Good afternoon, my man Kyle Lilly on the check-in. Salute. You already know, Video Explosion. You already know about it, bruh. No doubt. Good afternoon, C.E. King Parker. Good afternoon, Melissa Brown. Good afternoon, Patricia. What's up, Suits? Good afternoon. Who we got? Dorothy Norman Rucker. Good afternoon, Michelle Mimi Carter. Good afternoon. What's up, Mimi? Good afternoon, Augustus Ham. And you are on the Man Cave afternoon / morning show. Let's get it popping now.
Yes. It's the Man Cave Morning Show.
No doubt. I like that. I like that. You ready this morning, Kiss?
Yes, I am.
I ain't messing with you, man. All right. So one of the things we talking about is accept me for me. Woo? Accept me for me, bro.
Absolutely.
Smooth P?
Yes.
Accept me for me.
Yes, sir.
Hurricane Kiss. They should accept you for you. All right?
You think?
So changing your body image, personal appearance, hairstyle for someone else's happiness.
Right. That's what no bueno.
Some people do that though, and we're gonna talk about it.
God bless them.
And of course, this topic was inspired by Shania Lathan's new Netflix movie, Napoli Ever After.
Napoli
All right.
Ever
If
After.
you didn't see it, go see that movie. I think it's a good movie.
Netflix.
All of us should see that movie.
Yes,
What a title, though. What a title.
Yeah. No doubt. What would you say the movie was about, Kiss? What would you say? I know what I think, but what would you say?
For me, aside from relationships, obviously, I think for me it was something that was created to kind of support women empowerment, to kind of support security, and to kind of support a high self-esteem, within yourself, and to just be able to be happy with what God gave you, and to not put so much pressure on thinking that you have to be a certain way.
You got to conform.
Or you have to conform, exactly, that you have to conform to just this life of thinking that nothing bad should ever happen or could ever happen to you. Like, no one's exempt.
Right.
And I just, I don't know. I loved it. Ori actually put me onto it. My daughter, she was like, oh, it's a nice movie. I was like, oh, I didn't hear about it.
Sheesh.
And we watched it together, and I thought it was good for me to watch it with her, especially because she's a young lady now.
Yes.
She's a mother, and she battles a lot with being a tomboy and thinking that, certain ways about her aren't pretty enough or good enough. And so that was something that was really good for me to watch with her. So I enjoyed it.
Does she really battle with that?
She does. We have conversations like that all the time, and I remember she said one time, like, you have to help me because I want to be more like you. And I'm like, no, you don't.
Wow, really?
Because I have flaws too.
Yeah.
I was like that when I was little. I wanted to be like my mom, and we can't really be like anybody. You have to be like yourself and try to strive to be better than who you are. Right. That's a test every day. But yeah, my daughter goes through it, and I tell her every day she's beautiful.
Let's clap it up for your daughter.
Yeah, I think I should start a petition to Sanaya to make this into a weekly series because
I agree.
Honestly, like I hate to say it, but that's something I think that needs to be seen and heard on a weekly, daily basis for women. Not just for women, but I say mostly for women. Yeah, men too. But I think women more so struggle with that, with thinking that it's not enough, and I'm not pretty. I mean, the most beautiful woman in the world, who any man you would think wants them, still feels ugly inside, and that she's flawed, and there's I'm not, and you look at him like, are you serious?
Right.
Like, no, I just that, it's like the and I don't know, like, if that's a hormonal thing where the self-esteem, the lack of self-esteem comes from.
You think it's just mainly women? I think it's in the middle, bro.
It's men too. It's definitely.
I think we do it just as much.
There's definitely a lot of men, because men are becoming more feminine lately. But I think it's more. I think I'm just saying, because I think that's insecure. That's more of a feminine trait.
Men are just coming into their own in a way where they're not. A lot of them aren't afraid to show their sensitive sides or to show vulnerability, and with that comes, you guys also having this way about yourself where you feel like you're not enough. You know what I mean? Like we talk about all the time. Like, I want to be catered to. I want to be this. I want to be that. Just like women do. Doesn't mean you gotta be gay. Doesn't mean you gotta be a sissy or whatever you want to call it. It just means you're a man that got feelings, and you want some love too. But it's a way bigger issue, I think, with women.
Yes,
no doubt. And go ahead,
I think
take
that
some of this.
Having low self-esteem is a human problem, not just germane to a particular sex, men or women. I think that in today's society, men are more able to openly express that they have insecurities. As a shy kid, as a short kid, as a kid that got made fun of, definitely have battled with bouts of low self-esteem, etc. What happened to me was I found out kind of by accident I was funny. And when I was able to make people laugh, it gave me a little more confidence, and the confidence made me a little more accepting of who I was. But it took a very, very long time, a lot of spiritual introspection on my part. But confidence breeds, I feel, success.
Yeah.
And if you are able to get past it, because we all have things about us that we don't like, we all have insecurities and stuff like that. In the African American community, we play the dozens with each other, which we center in on the worst aspect of our personality. For me, it was being thrown into the gladiator ring in high school and grammar school, where people kept making fun of me, that I just developed a thicker skin. So.
No doubt. And let me just get a little piece of this, P.
Yes.
Just a little bit. My thing is, I'm saying men because I see the things that men do just to impress women. And I see, you know, it comes to like buying cars.
Yeah, absolutely.
Buying a house.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Getting certain clothing and whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like we do a lot to impress women. And I think we all have our share of insecurities.
Yes.
But it's just how much we let them affect us. You know what I'm saying? I know, like, when I was younger, whatever, I was like, oh man, you know, I'm the skinny, big nose kid or whatever like that. With real talk, you know what I'm saying? And then I grew to start loving myself.
Exactly.
And then as I gotten older, you know, I heard it more when I got older, like, oh, you're handsome. Oh, he's a handsome guy. Oh, this and that, whatever. But as a kid, man, I was like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the girls don't like me, this, like that. I want to be more like him. I want to be more like Albie Shore. I want to be more like Christopher Williams.
You want to be unibrow?
But the whole thing is,
don't act like you want the ish back
I'm
in the
too
day.
dark.
Stop. Don't act like you. Come on.
My mother's light skin, right? My father's dark
Jokers
skin.
used to love Albie Shore.
Yeah, my mother's light skin. My father's dark skin. So I was
Same exact with me.
I was kind of struggling with that. I'm like, hey, why I gotta be dark like my father? And then, you know, one day
you realize.
One day it was this real high yellow. I know y'all heard that term. High yellow girl.
All the time.
Said, no, she said, oh my God, you so handsome or whatever like that. Whatever. I was like,
you was like, oh, yo.
I was like, yo, how Rudolph do it?
Yo, Kiss,
how
you a clown.
Goofy?
It's
Goofy.
She said I'm cute. She said
oh yeah,
I'm cute. Grew up the rain doing.
No, I was like,
but I say all that to say I had to be happy with myself.
Yeah.
So as I gotten older, I said, you know what, I'm happy with me. It is what it is. I'm not perfect. We all got flaws or whatever like that. But I see people, and this is real talk, this is where it's going to get real. After watching the movie Napoli Ever After, the dude she was with, that she was engaged to or whatever, like, she just wasn't, she had to be perfect all the time.
Right.
So, and her mother made her feel that way too, that everything had to be perfect all the time. So if her hair got messed up, you know, whatever like that, she'll freak out. She'll go into a panic. Oh my God, my hair messed up, I can't do this. Or if she's not looking a certain way or whatever, and she really didn't like heels, whatever, and it was always hurting her feet or whatever, I had to have on heels. I had to have on the nice this, the nice that, whatever like that. And some people just don't really know how to say, you know what? Let me just be me.
Yeah.
I don't have to be perfect today. Whatever. I want to walk around with my shirt out. I want to walk around with my ripped up jeans, put on my old sneakers, whatever. I just want to bum it out. And some people don't have that freedom with themselves. So basically, Sanaya in the movie, she cut her hair. She cut all of her hair off, and she felt free.
Well, you know what? I think that was, like I said, I haven't seen it yet, and I'm going to watch it. But I think that right there, in a nutshell, just cleared up the whole show. I think the terminology self-esteem actually is an oxymoron because of the fact that it's saying esteem from oneself, right?
Not from others.
Not from others.
It's self-esteem.
Exactly.
Esteem yourself.
But people have low self-esteem usually based off of the perception of other people of them. And I think that's where that is where all the power lies. The power lies in the fact that we give others the power to judge us and tell us how we should look, how we should feel, how we should dress, how we should this, how we should that. And
peer pressure.
Their opinions of us count so much in our lives.
Right.
And it in that way, it alters our state of mind, our state of thinking, our state of what we think we need to do to fit into society. Me, for one, and people could think I'm blowing smoke or saying whatever, those who truly know me, and it had to be proven to some because some didn't believe it till they knew me long enough to realize, like, hey, he's for real. those who really know me know I can give a damn less about what anybody thinks about me, feels about me, says about me, because at the end of the day, none of that makes me who I am. Absolutely. I am the only one who makes me who and what I am. And I am the only one who is important enough to change that for. When I feel a certain way about myself, about something, I change things. It doesn't matter if you don't like something about me. If I like it and I think it's okay, I'm like, okay.
Depends on who it comes from, though.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
It actually does.
Sometimes it does.
No, I'm telling you, with me, it absolutely does not.
And I'm gonna give you a scenario.
You can give me one
with yourself.
Yes.
There's sometimes that, okay, I put it on me before I even put it
on
on you.
No, put it on me, because I know I can answer this.
There's sometimes that I was doing some things I shouldn't have been doing, or I was ready to do. Let me put it that way.
Yes.
Some things that I shouldn't do. And then we had a talk, and we had a deep talk, and he was like, bruh, listen, man. Nah, bruh, cut it out. Don't do that. Don't go there. Don't. You need to check. Blah 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 blah. And you changed my whole mindset.
Yes.
Of how I was gonna do something. Now,
but that doesn't have anything to do with. That didn't have anything to do with your self-esteem, though.
Absolutely did. Because in my head, I felt as though what I was talking to you about, like I was being played.
Yeah.
With the situation.
Okay.
And then you kind of brought it to light, like, nah, it's just because this person thinks like this, and this is what they probably thinking. You probably looking at it the wrong way. And I'm like, damn, P is right. So I'm thinking I was getting played because of what? My self-esteem.
Well, okay, I get. See, well, that depends on the person. If that was your situation, that. But I'm saying,
and the same, the flip with you too. There was certain times you was feeling certain types of way, and I'm like, bruh, take it down.
Yeah, but
jump in the gun.
Trust me, it never. Trust me when I tell you, it never has anything to do with my esteem. It never has to do with me thinking whether I'm enough, or I'm doing enough, or I'm this or that. Trust me, never, ever. Because I don't give people that much power. When you start giving people that much power, they take advantage of. First of all, people know when they have power over you,
right,
in whatever facet of your life. And some will take advantage, some will not, and then some will wait till an opportune time to be able to manipulate that,
right,
to their advantages. But I mean, I think that was such a powerful statement for her to do in the movie, to cut off all her hair.
Right.
Because for one, as a woman, that is probably one of the biggest center point pieces of conversation and your esteem levels that I see any woman have.
Yeah.
Is their hair. Is it too short? Is it too long? Is it too curly? Is it too frizzy? Is it to this? Is it to that? Is it da 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 da? Y'all drive yourself nuts over hair.
Oh yeah.
We are all infinite potential and infinite power within us.
Yes.
It's so personal. Your happiness and your potential is your esteem is you.
Yours.
The power of not giving a damn is so liberating.
Yes, sir.
And so freeing. So when I was a kid and I wanted to be accepted by other people and they didn't accept me, it bothered me. But the fact that they continue to not accept me because I don't know, I was too big, too short, too whatever the case may be.
Right.
As time went on, I said, well, I guess I'm going to just have to rock out with what I had. Now, me being able to rock out with what I had liberated me and freed me from opinion because I was picked on. I was
hold on 1 second.
I was bullied and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the older I grew, and then athletics as well was a phenomenal thing for my esteem. Fencing took me to another level, public speaking and whatever. But once I began to realize, and it took me well into my 30s to realize, no. My happiness, my power, my potential are my own.
Belongs
right?
to me.
And
caller, hold on 1 second.
Not what I drive, not what I wear. Listen, my confidence makes me sexy. You want to be sexy, be confident, not arrogant.
Yeah,
but stop looking for other. Listen, people are stupid. They love you today, they hate you tomorrow. You're the greatest thing since sliced bread. Your life is going to be motivated by that? No, sir, not me.
No doubt. The phone line is open now. You can call in now,
646-233-1302.
You already know what it is. Caller, we seen you from the 702. Please feel free to call back. But if anybody want to share a story where somebody just didn't accept you for the way you are, You know, I know women that decided to go natural, and the man that they was with didn't like it. You know, they was used to the permed out straight hair. I've seen this, and it's funny because I was one of those dudes when I was younger. When I was younger, I used to like the fact when African American women wore their hair straight down, whatever like that. But I noticed what type of television shows I was watching and what some of my influences was. You feel me? And then I had to check myself. You know, like I used to be a big, you know who I used to have a crush on? Sybil Shepherd back in the day. I don't know who y'all know
very sexy.
who that is.
Very
but she was in that show with Bruce Willis. I'm telling you. Moonlighting.
Yes.
Right? So I used to watch that show. I used to see Sybil Shepherd. I used to be like, damn, she's beautiful. Right? And so when I see my sisters, you know what I'm saying, with the little fro, or with the braids or whatever like that, I'm like, wow. I don't like that.
Wow.
When I was younger.
Yeah.
When I was younger.
Being brainwashed.
And then, you know, my mother started pointing out some things to me, and my sister was a beautiful woman. My sister was a beautiful woman.
Yep.
But she had a fro. I used to like, sis, why don't you straighten your hair and perm your hair or whatever?
Wow.
Like she said, boy, go sit your ass down.
Wow.
Like this the way,
as she should have.
This is the way. This is the way I like to wear my hair and blah 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 blah. She checked me and I'm like, huh? And then I was like, wow. And I started seeing more of us with the natural hair and the fros and this and that and the locks and this. I was like, oh, this is beautiful.
You know what? If the sister is comfortable with, because I went the other way, like, oh, you got your hair straight. It's the white man braids. I went the complete opposite way. Let me tell you something. I love women. So if a woman is confident and wants to do that, I don't give a care. Like, but I have to put it out there that I did go the other way. Like, well, how you wearing it? Why you got this? Why you got that? Now, my predilection with weaves are, listen, you're destroying your hair. You're destroying your scalp. And it hurts me when you hurt yourself. When you say, listen, I'm going to hurt myself for this. I don't want to hurt myself under no circumstances. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I come out to sisters about a weave, I'm like, are you realizing what you're doing to yourself? That being said, if you rocking out, I'm rocking with you. I don't give a damn what you.
Let me read the comment real quick.
Go ahead.
Shout out to C King Park. It says, a person that forms any opinion about me doesn't define me at all. Soup said, Trish said, there are people that I give that power, but they have earned that spot with me.
Well said.
True indeed.
Well said.
Mimi said, it's for a woman. It is for a woman. I get it. I think I go back to what we was talking about.
Yeah.
DT said, get in love with your beauty, and no one will disrespect it.
Facts.
True indeed. Yo, I like that.
I gotta say, I love the way Dawu just put that, because like it just made me think back to a situation with one of my longest relationships. Like when I met him and I had extensions in my hair. I had a weave, and shut up. That was back in the day, like when we were like kind of first starting, whatever the case was, and I was
entertainment,
right. And the main reason why we did it was because we used to always have those hot things that our hairstylists used to always get with the oven.
Yeah,
under
like, lights.
Like you used to put the that piping hot bar that would curl your hair. So it was like, okay, we don't want that on our hair. Yeah. So her thing was, look, we'll weave it up, whatever. But then I started noticing shortly after that my scalp was getting so irritated.
Right.
I was getting dents in my hair. I said, if I ever cut my hair, I would never be able to pull a sonali thing because I probably have got the ugliest bald head in life. But then at the same time, I was like, yo, it was giving me headaches. It was giving all these things. But if somebody would have put it to me the way you just did, I probably would have said, damn, like he's actually not even caring about the fact that my hair looks good, but I'm hurting myself and my well-being.
Exactly.
You met me with a weave.
Right.
And the minute I took it out, it was that you didn't feel comfortable with my natural hair. And the whole purpose of me putting the weave in my head to begin with was because I had damaged my hair with relaxers and stuff growing up. You know how we do. When my mother was alive, she took me and my sister to the beauty salon faithfully. Had our joint curled, it was flowing, it was beautiful. But then as you get older, my mother died after that. I didn't really have a care in the world after that, so I was just relaxing my hair, falling out. So my thing was, so for you to accept me and meet me that way and think that I was the best thing since sliced bread, then all of a sudden when it's gone, it's, but I mean your hair is cute like that, but, and then when I put it back in, it's, but I wish you would stop doing that because I can't even run my fingers through your hair. I can't be romantic because I'm running into braids and all this. I'm just like, bruh, really? What that got to do with me?
But you know what?
You know what I'm saying?
What my biggest, I'm sorry. What my biggest thing sometimes though about the weave is though, a lot of women put the weaves in the hair who have
beautiful hair.
Absolutely.
So I'm like, why are you breaking up your natural beautiful hair and putting this stuff in your head?
Right.
Like it to me, it doesn't make sense.
I think because sometimes we feel like it enhances. It's just for an enhancement. Sometimes we have something that's okay, but we still feel like, and whether it be for ourselves or for the person that we're with, that maybe we can do this and it'll make it look even more prettier. Because sometimes what us women do is, especially in relationships, we'll do little petty things like when y'all watching TV and go, oh, and you get all wrapped up because somebody come on TV and they look a certain way. If I don't look that way, I want you to look at me the same way you look at that woman.
Wow.
So we think that way and say, okay, so how can I change my hair even though my hair is down to my ass and it's beautiful and it's healthy, but it's not curly the way he liked it. Like I remember when I was younger, I had a obsession with Freddie from A Different World. Always wanted my hair big and curly and like just like that. It wasn't like that. Until I chopped it all off and it started growing back and getting all tight. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Let me take this call. Caller from the
From mine thing.
346. State your name where you're calling from.
Good morning. This is Queen Ella Woods. This is Ramona, a.k.a.
Hey, Ramona.
How is my family?
What's good? Welcome
hey,
to the show.
Kids, it was so good to see you. I'm on both, the radio and I'm on the Facebook Live. So good to see you. I thought you up, sister. I'm glad you're back in your seat. Okay.
I appreciate
Good morning, Norm. Good morning, Wu. Good morning, Dr. Pooh. I miss you guys already. But, growing up, let me just tell you, as a brown-skinned sister, it was difficult. But I did get to watch the movie Napoli after what was it called, Napoli? Well, anyway, I got to see it on Netflix the other day. And, I remember growing up kind of like that. Because sometimes your parents put you in that position where you trying to live up to something, but yet you don't really know you.
Right.
See, and then I was also a brown-skinned sister, so growing up in Jersey was hard because it seemed like all the light-skinned girls got guys, you was either, and then I was slim, very slim, and Norm knows I was slim, but I was a cheerleader. I just wanted to fit in and belong. My mother would be like, well, baby, you need to have a light-skinned boyfriend so you can have light-skinned kids, and I'm thinking like, I don't even like light-skinned guys. I mean, in them days, you got to be true to yourself. So as I got older, I did just like you did, kids. I'm trying to encourage my daughter. She's beautiful. I don't know. So, you can only do your best, with your kids. That's all I can say. Because my daughter's 23. She's doing great, but I see the self-esteem issues. And like Wu was saying, self-esteem can be male or female. I have a son that he was like, well, if I didn't have eczema, I would have played basketball.
Oh, God.
So it's like, it's like it's so difficult because of the way society has created this facade, we're going to call it. Exactly, like if you got to look a certain way or you got to be this. I wear weave, but my hair is down my back. I just don't have time to do it. So we do certain things like you were saying, Kiss, for ourselves just because we may need it as an enhancement or just because we don't have time. I mean, but when you, and that's kind of where, your story is deep because you lost your mom while you were young, Kiss, and I can't even imagine. My mother's like my role model. I don't even look to other women for that self-esteem. But everybody don't have that. And you almost got to make yourself at that point when you don't have a female in your life that can represent. So, yes, the collaboration of the women's thing and us coming together as a movement to enhance our young people to just be true to themselves because it's a true statement. But that's, that's pretty much all I had to call and say. I just wanted to say, hello, family. Y'all looking great.
Appreciate it.
Great topics, too, because I dealt with it, and it's so surreal. And it takes a long time to really get out of mental habits.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for calling in, sis.
Thank you so much, Queen.
All right, then. See y'all soon, okay?
All right. All right. Shout out to everybody on the check-in, man. We're going to read some comments that y'all are leaving, and you can call in. The phone number is 646-233-1302. Yo, some great comments. Let's get it. Let's read Michelle Mimi Carter.
So true. I was raised not to cut my hair in MD, and then I came to New York and had the salon stylist put bleach in my hair for a rinse to take out my hair and fell out with handful of hair. I thought my life was going to stop, to go from bra length to almost bald.
Right here.
People said that I looked like a cancer patient until I beat the mess out of face with a brush. I started to focus on my inner beauty, and I learned to do makeup.
There you go.
Wow.
Clap that up.
Yeah,
Clap that up. No doubt. Shout out to DT. DT said,
natural is the beauty of the essence to the soul that God gave you to anyone that would love to see the glow of the beauty.
No doubt. Clap that up.
Yeah.
Alicia Mitchell. Good morning. Good afternoon, Alicia.
One word, vitiligo. I have a daughter with this. I wish people could learn from her what I did. No one can accept me, Mom, for who I am. Not what they see. Not what they see. Then this is their problem, not mine.
Facts.
She can rock makeup by what?
She can rock makeup by.
But chooses not
But
to.
she
chooses
can rock
not
makeup,
to.
but chooses not to. She faces adversity every day, but due to her knowing her worth, she shines.
Let me tell you
Definitely
why.
clap that up.
Why I love. Okay, I love marketing campaigns right now and advertising.
Yes,
because
they are.
Because they're changing now,
They're changing
and
so
they're
much.
making things more acceptable.
Yep.
To whereas we would criticize it when we were younger, or make fun of somebody for having vitiligo or being an albino or whatever, you know, that we deem to be different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, like, they're showing more of that. You know, they're showing a beautiful woman that has vitiligo. You know what I'm saying? And the skin flaws or what we may think of as flaws, but to them, they're happy within themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
It's their power. And I've seen, like, even like women with freckles now. Before they used to sell all types of
Oh my God,
creams
I always
and
wish
this
I had
and that.
freckles.
Yeah, freckle cream.
You know what I'm saying? That used to
People are
try
actually going to
rid
get
of freckles.
surgeries to have freckles.
To have freckles,
Yeah, like
now.
it's crazy.
And they're making it more, and going back to the bald heads now. How popular is that? Shout out to Black Panther that showed beautiful black bald-headed women that wasn't so caught up in their hair or whatever like that, and they still came from a
And they were
position of
strong
strength.
and
And see, and this is what I'm loving about how society is changing and more accepting of things or whatever. And it's funny because we had and I know she don't mind me mentioning this, but we had a guest here. I don't know if you was on the show when Money Lynn came through.
No.
Okay, you wasn't on the show. Jackie D was. It was me, you, Jackie D, and I forgot whoever else it was. But Money Lynn, she came here, and Money Lynn right now, she is a publicist. She has a book out called The Hip Hop Publicist. She has a web series called Eight at the Table. Eight at the Table. My partner, my little bro, Amazing, produces that with her or whatever like that. And she has vitiligo. And when I look at her, she's still a beautiful woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see it all in various parts of her body and whatever like that. She don't care. She's confident within herself.
Yes,
and that's
should be.
And that's what I'm saying about being more confident with yourself, because I see a lot of people conforming to be what society deems as though is beautiful. This is what society says is beautiful, so I got to be like this.
Yeah.
And I see it a lot of time. This is one thing I hate about this industry, especially me being a part of the music industry and just the entertainment industry, whatever. I see so many women, and somebody told me the other day, and before I even get on the women, is it true that somebody said, I don't know if it was you that said it, we was talking about Charlemagne, and somebody said, yo, he's lightening his skin. Or,
no, it wasn't me, but I did hear that too.
Yeah, it's been said for a while now.
Which is crazy.
Like he's lightening his skin. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? If that's true, I hope not.
And he calls Charlemagne the God.
Yeah,
right?
I hope that's just a rumor or whatever. And that's, come on, man. We seen it with Michael Jackson. We seen it with a lot of other celebrities. Sammy Sosa.
Oh my God, he looks
crazy.
He looks insane.
He looks like a gorilla, yo.
Yeah,
He looks
and I like
crazy, yo.
The fact that you mentioned the marketing, that was the I forgot the word, but that was the opposite side of with the movie that I liked. The fact that she was this way. She thought she was supposed to be perfect all the time, and she also worked in advertising. Remember, she was talking. She had to do the presentations and sell the makeup and sell this and sell that. And when the guy was like, "So you're only beautiful when you put on the red lipstick,"
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So the fact that she didn't even know who she was herself until her heart got broken, and the guy told her, "No, I would never marry you because you're too perfect. Like, you never show any flaws. You're not spontaneous. We don't take showers together because you're scared you're gonna mess up your hair. And this, all these things happen."
Right.
That's when she completely bombed at her job, and now she couldn't give critique as far as like what it took to be beautiful.
Right.
So as a
Which
man,
was insane.
as a man, I should inspire you to ultimately be yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So watch this.
Yep.
When you come in the house, I do want you to take off the lashes. I do want you to take off the makeup. I do want you. No.
Dang.
No,
I
I'm
want
listening, bro.
you to put on my shirt, my oversized shirt. Get in there, cook me some bacon. When we're making love, I don't want to run through. Right. I don't want to scratch. I want you when you're sleeping.
Right.
And I look over you and see how beautiful you are. I want to see you not makeup. There are women that in my family I don't want to get to, but they put their makeup on before they. I cannot stand that.
Right.
Well, what?
No, yeah. Before you can see the person, she has to put makeup on.
Some women.
And I'm thinking to myself, I just don't understand that, right? Because I want you to be okay. So now, if we're going somewhere and you want to glam yourself up,
Right.
rock out. But when your esteem is based on something artificial,
Right.
Yeah.
I don't respect that. I know you may have a problem with that, whatever. Here's the second issue. In Buddhism, you're responsible for the condition of your own life. So watch where the low self-esteem goes the other way, the incorrect way.
Right.
If I were just this, then I could do that. The reason I have not achieved this is because I'm bald.
Right.
It's because I'm fat. It's because I'm too skinny, whatever. No, Duke. You are responsible for the condition of your own life. Your life is where it is because of you. If you want to improve your life, then you improve it. If you say, well, they don't like light-skinned, chubby guys.
Right.
They don't like people with, then you can give yourself a crutch and an excuse not to live out your full potential. It is your responsibility to take your potential and move it into action. A lot of people don't live their potential because they're in their own heads making an excuse about why they are where they are. That's number one. Number two, I'm me. Listen, this is what I need you to do. I need to present myself so that if you don't like me, it's not a lie. Let's get this out of the way first. This is who and what I am. This is how I talk. It's how I look. I'm loud. I'm this, that, and the other. Hey, I'm not attracted to you. That, thank you. Not I'm fake. I'm phony. I'm putting makeup on, wig on, this.
And you don't have to remember who you were.
And then a month later, you like, who is this? Listen. Love me or hate me out front. Let me get it out the way now. I don't like when people hurt themselves, bleach their skin, pull out their freaking hair, burn themselves. That's sadomasochistic. That's the society we live in. I don't want to be a part of it.
How many women are losing their life?
Right.
Wow. Are losing their life.
Yeah.
Right.
Damn butt injections. Fix it flat in their ass.
To change their body image. How many women are losing their life to change their body image?
Thank you, Kim Kardashian. Thank you.
Yeah, or taking that risk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For what?
Just because they want to keep up with the Joneses. They want to be like this one. Oh my God, this is what I'm on Instagram every day and I see these beautiful women and these beautiful bodies and these beautiful pictures where I want to be more like them. So they risk, and people don't really know Botox is a toxin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why it's called tox. Exactly. It's at the end of it. Exactly.
Botox.
It's a toxin, right?
Toxin.
So now they're trying to come out.
Botulism.
Now they're trying to come out. They're trying to say Botox is good for other things. And this, but listen, anything that I know automatically is a toxin.
Yeah.
Why would I put that in my body?
I don't want it in my body.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
That's why I would like to give K. Michelle actually a big up.
Yes.
For speaking on it, because as everyone know, she had the butt implants put in. I think she had her breast augmentation done also, but she didn't have that taken out. She had the butt implants,
right?
And she had said over time,
it was making her sick.
It started making her sick to the point where she couldn't. She had to cancel like performances because she couldn't get up and walk, and she's like, you know what? I had to think about it. I was trying to do this all in the name of beauty and a look for people to look at me a certain way, and I'm killing myself. You know what I'm saying? So she took it out, and I was so glad that she actually came out publicly and spoke about it so that she can inspire other women to be like, listen, it's okay. You don't have to do this stuff to try to be something or someone that you're not, because it's actually killing you at the end of the day. And like she has said also, she says she's not the only. She's like, I know I'm not the only one who went to this particular doctor that got this done. There's a lot of other people out there, and if I'm sick, I know that they're sick too.
Wow.
You know, so I big her up for speaking on that, and you know, let her know it's okay. It's okay to be yourself and to be beautiful.
But see, that's the thing, man. When you're influenced by images, right? By a lot of images that we see, and I have to go back to this, man. And it's like funny. I'm scrolling Instagram, my timeline, and it's funny if I'm sitting next to my wife, whatever, and a beautiful chick pop up. She's like, "Yo, who's that?" Whatever, like that. I'm like, "Hold up, it's just in my timeline." You know what I'm saying? It's all good, but I'm looking at it. And I see it. Sometimes I read the comments, right?
Yes, yes.
And it's like, oh my God, I wish my body could be more like yours. Oh my God, I wish my hair could be more like yours. Oh my God, I wish I had abs like you. Oh my God, I wish whatever. And that's and this is a problem.
Yes.
It's, you know, you may think that's cool, but it's really a problem because that's just basically saying you're not happy with the way you are.
Right.
And my whole thing is, now I scroll all the time. I see bras up there with the shirt off. Come on, Dennis, whatever. I see bras with the shirt off, and they're like, ruh, whatever. So I'm like, damn, am I not attractive because I don't have a chest like that, or my body or my arms are not like that? I was insecure for years because I already knew the makeup of my family, right?
Yeah.
So basically, there's not a lot of buff men in my family. There's either fat or skinny, right? Yeah. In my family, and that's just our makeup. And this is real talk. So when I see, when I was younger, I would never wear a short sleeve shirt or shorts.
Yeah,
basically, I didn't like it. Summer, it'd be 110 degrees. I'm with a long ass shirt, a long sleeve shirt, and people used to be like, "Yo, Norm, it's hot as hell, bro. Like, take off that long sleeve shirt." And I'd be like, "Nah, you know why?
Yeah, you're right.
Because I'm seeing the women be like, "Yo, I love it when a guy's a gym rat and he's in the gym all the time. He's all swole up, whatever like that." So I'm like, damn. So I'm like, okay, well, what's that gonna say for me? Because that's just not me. That's not my makeup.
Right. So okay.
I'm about to say, well,
if for anybody real quick that's losing the signal for Facebook or whatever, just go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Click on the link in YouTube and watch the show. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, just for the record, there's someone out there who loves everything. Like there's a lover of every body type, of every skin tone, of every size, shape.
Somebody that's going to find you attractive.
You know, there's somebody that only like women over 300 pounds.
That's very true. Chubby chasers.
There's some women that only like men who are 4 feet tall. You know what I'm saying? Like
Of course.
Yeah.
You are loved by someone.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? No matter what you look like. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get off of what we think looks good and don't look good, because everything doesn't look good for everybody.
Right.
Like, everybody big and buff is not gonna look good. Everybody with a big booty and weave down to their ankles is not gonna look good. Like, it doesn't look good on everybody. So if you're chasing somebody else's dream and reality, at the end of the day, even if you achieve it, that doesn't still mean that you're going to be who you think that you want to be, because that's not you. Be you.
Research these lap bands and gastric surgeries, and do your research on this, and look at the side effects that women have, and you know what I'm saying, and look at all the after effects and all of that, man. This thing, let me tell you, anytime you alter what God gave you, you're looking for problems.
Yes.
And this is real talk.
Unnaturally,
I get it. If you're a burn victim and you needed skin grafting and all of that, I get all of that. You know what I'm saying? If you are a victim of abuse, you know what I'm saying, and you constantly battered and your face is disfigured, all of that, you may want plastic surgery or this or whatever like that. These types of cases, that's different. But for you to just want bigger boobs, right, or bigger behind, you know what I'm saying, because, oh wow, my girl at the club, she make more money because she got bigger boobs or she got a bigger butt. I need to get a big butt like her or whatever. So I'm going to inject silicone, something we used in home construction,
right?
Something we use in home construction in your damn body. That's poisonous. It's toxin. It's unnatural. Your body's going to reject it. Stop the BS. No, seriously, ladies, stop the BS, man.
Here's
and accept yourself for who you are, man. Find your, again, somebody said it. find the beauty within you, whatever, and accept it.
And it's not even
embrace
about
it.
finding somebody who's going to accept you. It's about yourself first. Like, who cares about the person?
Well,
that
before
you're
you
with?
make your statement, let me just say this. It's funny because I seen this meme the other day on Facebook that said, you know, women, y'all get fake hair, fake nails, fake butts. Y'all get all this stuff, you know, to impress men. How many men go out and get penis extensions?
Bro, I saw that. None. None.
And, I mean, how true is
we
that?
not.
We out there like, yeah,
we're not.
I'm about to go get this 12 and a half
Because
inch.
we think we working with
Accept my little
perfect.
half
That's
inch
right.
the way it is.
That's right. That's how we think.
Accept my little half inch the way it is.
Take
Either
it,
like
take it,
or
kids.
you
Take
don't.
it. This big.
Oh, man.
How y'all women say, girl, bye?
So I wanted to rewind and take back to that whole Instagram, this, that, and the other. This what I'm concerned with is that it's encouraging body dysmorphia, meaning that stuff is unnatural. The human body has a certain proportion, the Fibonacci numbers. Like it's a balance in nature that your eye can see and say, wait a minute. Like when you see the person with the plastic surgery when they got their face all pulled back or whatever. What's happening is these images are being projected billions and millions of times to now that the young people think that a body that's not natural is natural.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
They think that something that doesn't occur in nature, right? Like no slight to nobody. I love hair color, like a blonde black woman. You understand what I'm saying? With that chinky eye, Beyonce, whatever.
Right.
What I'm saying is it's now changing the perception of people, and that's what bothers me because they're saying, well, my body doesn't look like that. No one's body looks like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And for the gym rat, look, I do know I need to be in better shape, absolutely. But check this out. I don't have time to be in the gym all day, every day.
Yeah.
I got other stuff to do, and it's okay. But with this Instagram projection of unnaturalness, it's changing the way humanity, because that's how big the Kardashians is. It's starting to change the way people think a human body should be into something that's not. You know what I'm saying? And then
they exploit it for money.
But then you got the butt implants and getting poisoned and people getting silicone up their ass and these weird plastic surgery people. Like, if you look at a lot of people in Hollywood, they got that look.
Yeah.
And it's creepy. But the younger people, that's all they've ever seen.
Right.
So I heard Kylie
So it's a norm, to them.
Have you ever seen Kylie before her plastic surgery? Yes. Like before her plastic surgery. Yes. She was a little white girl. That's all. That's all she was. But for her to undergo that type of surgery at 16 years old, P,
which is crazy.
Her chin, her breast, her this, her that, her other. Have you seen plastic surgery after 20 years?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Look at
it's plastic.
Look at little Kim.
Yeah.
Look at Nikki. Have you seen Nikki's ass lately? Have you seen it?
Let's read some comments.
Yes, we do.
Going back to Juanita Caring Hearts. Juanita, hey, what's up? Okay. She says,
I am really okay with the weaves and switching up your looks from long to short or hair colors. I am also a hairstylist, which is my God-given talent. None of these changes are medically healthy. Too many chemicals will eventually change your body chemistry and in worst cases cause long-term medical issues.
Y'all hear that?
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
a fact.
DT said, just leave your body alone and get toned and exercise. Let's go to Mimi.
Me too, Norm. It's so crazy because I'm a size 8 to 10. Here I'm a plus size model, and at home my family will tell me that I'm too skinny and not eating enough.
You know what? Wow, I never knew you was a plus size model. I just thought a model.
But she's 8 to 10. She's 8 to 10, so that's considered plus size.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. The
Plus
model
size of
game.
who?
I'm just saying that's normal. You got to think normal models are like 0s to 2s. If you think about it.
Phyllis Woodbury said, for real, sis, exactly. I need to leave those chips and sodas alone.
And I'm not saying don't get your hair done. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, but when it's damaging you, I'm asking yourself, why are you hurting yourself continually? That's a little sick.
But
That's what I'm saying.
Though, anytime that you, like she said, anytime that you're putting these chemicals in your hair, these perms and all that different stuff, that seeps into your scalp,
absolutely,
which goes into your bloodstream,
absolutely.
So over time, yes, you are poisoning yourself.
You are
through your hair follicles.
You are
your head. You're
Let's take this call. Caller from the 208. State your name when you're calling from. You're on the Man Cave Afternoon Show.
Hey, fellas, this is Jesse out here in Nashville. I called last week about my man cave.
Hey. What's up, baby? What's up, man? What's going on?
Not too much. I took the advice of the fella in the red hat there. I told my lady, I said, this is a man cave. You stay the heck out of my man cave. And, hey, I got some good news for you guys. I got some good news to report. Guess what? Now my whole house is my man cave because she left me.
So basically, you say the advice I gave you was some crappy advice.
Made you ruin
now
your
you're alone.
Pretty much.
I love your perspective, sir.
Hey, I'm happier now, baby. Now I just hang up those nudie posters all over the place. The kitchen's got a keg in it. Baby, I'm living that man cave dream, baby. Woo!
It's the Man Cave on the show.
Thanks for calling in, bro.
You make our morning. We love you.
I'm sorry. Hey, look, give her our number. Maybe I can get her back.
Yeah.
Let her call into the show. We'll get her back home.
I tell her it was my fault.
Okay, sounds good, fellas. You have a good day. Love you.
Love you,
man. Love you guys.
Yo, he is funny, man. I love it when he calls
Nashville on a check.
Yes.
That
He
is
said
hilarious.
she left now the whole thing.
So in other words, thanks, Norm, but no thanks.
Yeah.
It's the Man Cave
I'm sorry.
show.
My bad.
Oh man.
Hold on. Let's see. Lucretia said no perms. Chemicals are being put into everything. True indeed.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
She also said, Linus said, other than that trick, Queens rocked. No doubt. Now listen. I saw a comment. Let me see. Lucretia said, I'm good with my body. I'm working on the little pouch, though.
Respect.
Here's my thing.
And that's fine.
I see. You know what?
Respect.
Let me
We all
tell
have
you. In reference
imperfections.
to Linus, one thing I like about Linus is her confidence.
Yes, very good.
Absolutely.
So her
Very
confidence.
sexy.
She exudes confidence the whole nine. And my whole thing about that
And she don't give a hot damn.
She don't care
She
what
don't
you
give a
think
damn.
or whatever she does
Nope.
her. And see, that's the attitude a lot of women need to start adapting.
Right.
All right, because again, right now, and I get it. Let me tell you something. I see men do some crazy things for a woman.
Yeah.
And I see women do some crazy ass things for a man.
Right.
And my whole thing is right now, just like this, at this point, at my age in my life right now, I'm married, right? So I'm married. So my wife decides to cut her hair bald.
Right.
That's her decision.
Spit shining and
That's-
kiss on top.
that's it.
Love you, baby.
Yes. I'm gonna kiss your
And
bald
it's funny
head.
because I dated.
That's right.
Let me tell you, I dated.
right.
You know, I dated a bald woman before. Basically bald, right? With a what you call it, Caesar, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And my whole thing is that kind of showed me that I matured. And that I got out my little thing, like, okay, yeah, she got to have long hair. She got to have
So
this,
before
whatever.
you wouldn't have, right?
Yeah, but before I was on some ish or whatever. So
My
my thing,
bald head just like you could pull hair.
right? The older I got, I stopped having a type.
Yeah,
hear me,
exactly.
ladies.
There you go.
Hear me,
Clap-
fellas.
clap that up.
Clap that
The
up. 'cause
older
don't
I
got a type
got,
either.
and the more mature I got,
Right.
I
Yeah. Don't
stopped
have a type.
having a type.
Right.
Yeah.
I hate when people be like, "Oh, well, he's not my type," or "She's not my type."
Yeah.
When
That's
you get
crazy.
older and more mature, you just want somebody that treats you good,
Right.
and that respects you, and that really loves you, and that got your back. The hell with the type. Oh, he's not tall enough. Oh, he's too this. Oh, he's too that. Oh, he's not buff
Right
enough.
now, I just want somebody to match my spirit. That's it.
And that's bang.
And-
Let's clap that up
That's
too.
it.
And thank you for saying that, because you know how many times I've heard people say I don't like light skinned men. Have you met every light skin? Listen. I can be attracted to a woman of any color,
Right.
Any complexion. I'm preferential to black women, but to say I don't date black skin, I don't date dark skinned men. I don't date light skin. How? What? What are you saying? Because a light skinned man hurt you, or whatever the case may be? Like, I literally don't have a type, and women have told me I'm not your type. How do you know what my type is?
Right. Yeah.
Then I tell them I don't got a type. Here's my type. I find you sexy.
Yeah.
Right? That's my type.
Right.
Short hair, bald hair, dark skin, light skin, whatever. If I'm attracted to you, I'm attracted to you. But for me to say, well, I don't, what does that mean?
Well,
I don't date dark skinned men. What does that mean? And how many times have we heard that? I don't, and I certainly have heard it.
Yeah.
I don't date light skinned men. I go, that's because you ain't met me. And I look at it as a challenge, and I'll be like, well, what happened? I thought you don't, well, you the exception. What?
Well, you know what's funny? One time years ago with one of my exes, because we were having this conversation. She was dark skinned, chocolate, thin shape, nice body, and she was like, she had seen some of the people, or one or two of the people that I dated before. So she's like, "Well, what's your type?" And I said that to her. I said, "I really don't have a type." So we were looking through a women's magazine one day. Right. She was like, "Well, what about her? Would you date her?" So I was like, "Yeah, I'd date her." And then others, "Would you date her?" I dare her. We dare her now. I wouldn't dare her. Like, it's like she was looking like, and she's like,
"You said you wouldn't dare her."
It was certain
she
ones.
She had bad feet.
No, you funny.
She had bad feet.
Whatever. But you know, but we were looking through, and I really believe
you have a type.
Yeah, I really.
I'm attracted
to her. Because it was very eclectic.
Right.
Me
you know
what I'm saying of the women.
Yes.
And you know, like I said, it wasn't no one. Like I don't look for no one particular thing. Like you said, the first thing that I look for is personality and character. That's it. I'm like,
of course.
To be honest with you, I have to be attracted to you first, because if I'm not attracted to you physically, I'm not even. Yeah, we're not gonna have the conversation.
Personality,
exactly, personality.
Yes,
and then it goes from there.
Right.
But it's not well, she got to have big breasts, a big butt. Right. Yeah, she got to have this long hair and that. Like
I mean, we know there's certain things that do attract you guys. Something specific. And there are certain guys that say
the initial attraction,
right? Exactly. But there are certain people that if you don't have big boobs, that's my thing. So if I can't have it, then or if she got a big butt. Some guys don't like big asses. They think it's too much. It's like, oh, it look like a stink. People, I've heard all types of stuff when it comes to how y'all look at us, like what you like and what you don't like. So like for me, I never had an actual preference per se. When I was younger, I used to always date skinny guys. I don't know what it was. I was just always dating somebody that was skinny. But as I got older, it wasn't that I didn't like light skin or dark skin. I did at one time say I'm never gonna date Spanish men again because I just had a bad experience and it just put a bad taste in my mouth. Yeah, that's just my preference.
Not the color of his skin.
When I got older and I started, and I hate to use the phrase dibble and dabble because it makes me sound like I'm like just tasting everything.
No, but you're grown.
I was old enough to experience different men.
Exactly.
Whether they were dark chocolate, whatever, and it's just a certain thing about certain type of man, and that doesn't mean that I'm not attracted to somebody who's light skinned or whoever. Just that you get a taste of something. That's the thing. I don't really have a preference.
Yeah, but a preference is not a disqualifier. I will not date you because you are brown skin. I will not date you,
except for the Puerto Rican thing, because this is a thing that I just can't. I like my brothers. If you mix, I might accept you.
Once you tasted chocolate,
I did, and the chocolate, Jesus.
You know what?
Absolutely. Anybody got a chocolate bar?
Absolutely.
Eat some chips.
Absolutely.
That's
chocolate as well as dark chocolate. How about that? Absolutely.
I don't care what shade you are, as long as you match my spirit and my fly and how you need me to match your fly and whatever. It's all good.
Let me tell you something. I got a family member, right? And
chips.
When we were young, when we were younger, y'all stupid. See, I got me laughing. When we were younger, when the girls started wearing locks and getting dreads,
yes,
and all that stuff like that, he used to call them tree tramps.
Oh, shit.
What?
Oh, she's a tree tramp. Whatever. Like, I don't like tree tramps. No, this is real talk. I'm having real talk. And so I was like, damn, why are you going on tree? He's like, oh man, I don't like the tree tramps.
Wow.
Whatever. And that was women with dreads and locks. I was like, what the hell? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then, funny, as we got a little older,
or whatever. Somebody with.
He met what he deemed as a tree tramp.
Wow. She had switched him around,
this and that, whatever like that. And I was like, so what's up, fam?
To the tree tramp.
How does it feel being with a tree tramp?
Did he laugh?
What?
And he laughed. He was like, man, look. He said I realized that was some stupid shit.
Yeah,
that I said.
Can grow up.
And because
evolve.
This woman treats me better than any other woman I've ever been with.
Yep.
She's beautiful, and she was beautiful.
Yeah,
she's beautiful on the outside. She's beautiful on the inside, whatever. And that's what I'm saying. Like labels, you know what I'm saying? When you start putting labels on people, I see a lot of people get so insecure because people have put labels on certain things, whatever like that. You just got to be real confident within yourself.
Yes.
And my whole thing is I look at the things I used to do when I was younger, just to try to impress a female. You know, some things I used to change about me. Like I hated doing certain things. One time I played myself out, and I'm gonna give y'all a good laugh.
Oh, Jesus.
And I put. Do you remember the time I put perm in my hair and straightened my hair out?
Yeah, I do.
Yo,
let me tell you.
Do you have a picture?
No,
do you have a picture? That's what I want to see.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna keep it 300 with y'all. I think there is a picture. There is a picture floating around on Facebook. I hope nobody never finds that picture.
Oh, I'm gonna get to looking. You know I'm gonna find it.
So listen, the crazy thing about it. So everybody back in the day, remember the kits we used to buy for waves?
Yeah.
So there was a kit for wave caps, whatever.
Yeah.
But I didn't know still the gel, and my mother said, no, it's my sister. She said, boy, be careful about putting certain things in your hair. So I didn't understand what lye was and all of this.
Right.
So all of this stuff, even though it was for waves, it still had a certain amount of lye in it, or whatever. So I put it in my hair and I'm brushing it right. I thought you were supposed to see the waves right away, so I left it in my hair overnight.
Oh, Jesus.
No one woke up with the New Yorker.
No, I left it in my hair. I was like, yo, I'm brushing my hair. This how young and dumb I was. I'm brushing my hair. I'm like, I don't see the waves yet. This stuff ain't working. It's cheap. And what I said, maybe you gotta leave it in your hair. So I left it in my hair overnight.
Jesus, Lord.
Overnight.
I'm gonna find it, Lucretia.
I woke up in the morning looking like Little Richard. Straight up. It was straight. My hair was straight. I had a part too. I had a little part right here.
Jesus.
Right? So I had the part and my hair was straight. Looking like Big Red, straight up from and I was like, I was tearing up. I ain't gonna front, because I had to go to school. My mother made me go to school. I was so mad at my mother. I love my mother to death, but I was so mad at my. She said, "No, you taking your ass. You wanted to do your damn hair like that. You taking your ass to school." Yo, so I went to school. Right, and I was trying.
Should have went to the barber first. Cut this shit off.
You know, school didn't allow you to wear hats.
Inside the rock.
So I had to take the hat off. Yo, when I took the hat off, everybody in homeroom bust out laughing. They was like, and I had to wear it in my hair to it. It grew out. But the only reason I did that in the first place was to impress this girl. I was like, yo, man.
Did it work?
And was it an epic fail
I
or
love
not?
guys with waves. I love guys with this. I
She
love
set
guys
you up
with
for
that.
failure.
Yeah,
You went straight the opposite way.
You took
Yeah, I
the
played
bait.
myself.
You took the bait.
Julie said he asked a question. Question for the panel: how important is a sense of humor?
Very important.
Yeah,
it's everything to me.
To me,
no
it's
doubt.
very
It's
important.
everything. Very
You can't
important.
make me laugh. You need to get out of here.
Yo, y'all better not find that pic.
That
Like
is
I
hilarious.
said, I need that in my life.
I'm looking.
you with that perm.
I'm currently scrolling down his photos right now.
Lord.
But you
He
know what's
probably
so
deleted it.
Kids, you know what's so retarded?
What's that?
I'll be like, you got a Jerry curl.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold it. But
You
they
didn't even say,
changed
"Come
the
on with it,
Jerry
Ice
curl, the name of it to S curl.
S curl. Yeah,
And I
it went
was
from
like,
Jerry curl to
To
S
make it
curl.
sound more fly.
Wait. And then I put it in my own head, like, this ain't a Jerry curl. It was a freaking Jerry curl by another name.
Oh man, I couldn't even see you with a Jerry curl.
Damn
Bro.
texturizer. You put a
What was the difference
texturizer
between
in
the
your
S
hair.
curl and Jerry curl?
Yo,
What's the
shout
difference?
out to
Zero.
Milk Bone.
Oh,
Listen,
my
all
God.
these New York
Elbow.
Giants hats are really making me hit the mute button, regardless of what y'all say.
Oh, stop hating.
Giants
That's
for
right.
life.
Milk,
Big
Stop
Blue.
it, Milk
You
Bone.
know what it
Come on,
is.
bro.
Life.
What's your team, Milk?
Be
Don't say the
nice.
Cowboys, bro.
He's
Please leave
Dallas.
Cowboys.
He's a diehard
Cowboys.
Dallas.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
Ooh, that's your
Y'all-
problem.
why.
Y'all haters
Ooh.
anyway.
That's your
He don't know
problem.
no better.
Cowboys.
That's your problem.
Mimi said, I love
Creature gonna get
light
me.
skin and dark skin. My
Yes.
type is a man with a big heart
Yes.
and a grind to match mine's.
Hard worker makes me laugh.
Makes me laugh.
That's
No doubt.
exactly right. Clap that up.
No doubt. Clap that up. That's good stuff right there.
That's
I'm
good
sorry.
stuff.
I'm trying to find this picture.
No,
But I'm
You ain't
gonna
gonna
Yo,
find it.
straight up. For real?
He probably deleted it.
You want to end our friendship? Find that picture and post that
That's
up.
never gonna happen. I wish
Post
you
that.
would.
Post that picture.
I
up.
wish you would.
It is around. It is
After
on
you
Facebook.
posted my baby picture next to Cardi B, I wish you would. I wish you would.
After he put me next to Thirsty Jenkins,
did he?
you find that
Facts,
damn
yeah.
picture.
He
Yeah.
put your picture
Yeah.
next
You
to
Yeah.
know, black whatever. It's your
Oh, you
turn,
doing this,
Joker.
threatening me with a good time, bro.
That's
Wait, I
fun.
found
Dawood
it. I
Thirsty
found
Jenkins.
it. Is this it? I'm just kidding.
No. It's some other girl. I'm on the
I'ma find
stairs.
it, watch.
I'm on the stairs at the old building in the high school, next to three girls, whatever.
It's probably not on the book. Somebody got it
Somebody
somewhere.
got that.
And I got a little skinny tie.
Oh,
I got
wow.
a little-
The skinny
remember
tie.
the skinny tie?
Oh my
Yeah,
God! Remember
yeah,
the
yeah,
with
yeah.
the piano,
He probably deleted it, punk ass.
the skinny
and,
tie,
and a
yeah.
Michael Jackson jacket.
Yeah.
Oh wow! And he had a Michael Jackson jacket.
Wow.
on.
Oh, the members
All right.
only burgundy jacket.
So we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back to the topic. If you just joined
Yes.
us, we're talking about accepting me for me.
Yes, yes, yes.
Just be happy with yourself. Don't let nobody dictate to what you should wear, how you should wear your hair, how you should look. You know what I'm saying? Your weight, none of that.
Television shows are horrible, man.
Yes, they are.
Television shows, these magazines, and these advertising. But like Norm said, I'm with him on that. I am glad that the advertisement has been shifting more so towards
natural.
but not even just with that, acceptance of everything. So it's actually a gift and a curse because it's trying to get you just to accept everything now.
True.
But it is making people be more transparent. You know, I'm sorry, you can go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, you know, so I think that will help to start to shape people's minds a little differently also, since that's what they're so influenced by anyway, what they're seeing a lot on TV and what they're seeing for these advertisements, that maybe it'll come across that, you know what, hey, it's okay if I'm look like this or I'm like this.
Right.
So, yeah.
No doubt. Shout out to Viola Davis.
Yes, this was huge.
I took my wig off because I no longer wanted to apologize for who I am.
Huge. So huge. When I seen that.
So ladies, think about that. I took my wig off because I no longer wanted to apologize for who I am. We're going to talk about that. So now, here's one of our discussions for today. And ladies and gents alike, we want to know, do y'all feel as though this was disrespectful? So one of my favorite, and Kiss pointing this out, one of my favorite actresses, models, and my wife knows is Garcelle Bouvet. Garcelle Bouvet, y'all know her as Fancy. Yeah, Fancy from the Jamie Foxx show. Yes. And she played in several movies. She just was recently in Power and the whole nine, whatever. Yes. But so it was Will Smith's birthday. Yeah. Recently is Will Smith's birthday. And she put this on her Instagram. She put this on her Instagram page. She said,
or whatever that was.
Yeah, on Twitter or whatever it was. She said, a birthday kiss for the birthday boy. # Will Smith. Happy 50th. All right, so I guess this could be a scene from what's that? Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or something that they was in together or whatever, and that's them two kissing. But she put it on social media, and everybody clapped back at her, saying, "Yo, that's disrespectful. You know, he's married. This and this and that. He's with Jada and this." And they came at her hard.
Somebody actually said, "Take it down before Jada whoops your ass," and she said, "Bring it, laugh out loud."
Yeah. So she felt as though she had to come back and make a statement after that. So first of all, before I even show her statement, do y'all think that was disrespectful or was it playful? How do y'all see that? I want to know. And we'll start with the panel. How do you see that, Woo?
I have absolutely no problem with that. I don't think that her intention was to be disrespectful. I think that was her friend, and she was playfully putting a picture up. Now,
Wild Wild West.
That's what it was. Wild Wild West. Okay. Now, if she got the clap back, right, she can clarify. Listen, that wasn't my intention, but if I offended you, blah blah blah. I personally don't think that it was her intention to be like, let me black out, whatever. But I can see women losing their damn minds, right? But you have female friends. You see what I'm saying? You legitimately have female friends that you just cool with. But I get it. But I wasn't offended by it at all.
This is my take on it, because I get your spin on that. Like I said, they've known each other for years. Like
20 years.
I said, exactly. Wild Wild West was the movie, which is a long time ago. So I'm sure within that span of time, they have taken other pictures together other than the Wild Wild West.
Very
picture,
true.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So if you wanted to say happy birthday to my long-term friend and post a picture you guys together because y'all rock with each other, you post one of those pictures. You know what I'm saying? Not a picture of, and even though it was a movie, just look at the content of the picture.
Exactly.
That content of that picture says a lot, whether it was innocent, jokey or not. That picture says a lot, the way that picture looks.
Right.
So for you to put that out there on your social media, where you have thousands or hundreds of thousands or even millions of followers, you're kind of stirring up a little bit of trouble.
Right. That's like Alan Payne coming and putting up "Happy Birthday Jada Pinkett Smith" and then putting the scene of him screwing on the damn catcher in Jason's lyrics.
Oh, Jason's lyrics.
That's inappropriate as shit, and that's not necessary.
No, we just was friends.
That's not necessary.
So
you can't do that.
You were causing a situation to be misconstrued.
Mimi said, shout out to DJ George Aiken on checking. Mimi said, I have mixed emotions. That was extra.
Exactly.
All right. Who else thinks it was extra and that was inappropriate?
Probably everybody but me.
But okay, but like how Julius knew that was from a movie.
Yeah,
we
you
all
don't think
did.
Everybody else would be like, okay, that's from a movie.
No, we all did. I think everybody knew that. It's like P said, it's the content, and you could have again over the course of time that you guys have known one another. You could have used any other picture. You have other pictures standing next to him. Just, hey,
even
friends,
kissing him on the cheek.
On the cheek would have been something like, okay, a birthday kiss for the birthday boy. But in the mouth, like that's a very intimate and passionate looking. That's
arm around the neck
for his wife. I'm just saying for his wife. Like no love laws, but I just feel like she could have just been a little bit more tasteful in her choice of what picture she used. That's it.
All right. So now after the clap back from everybody on social media, here's the statement that she put out after everybody was clapping back at her. All right. So she basically goes on to say, okay, guys, it was supposed to be a funny post. My bad if I offended anyone. If you are my followers, you know I'm all about lifting up people and being positive, which she is. All right. Being human, I made a mistake. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Yeah. Now.
Because that wasn't necessarily lifting somebody up.
Would I have apologized? Listen, if Jada hit me up.
Another way.
If Jada hit me up and was like, yo, Garcelle, what's up with that? Or blah, blah, blah. Or had a problem with it. Then I probably would have made a public statement. But I don't know. I'm kind of with you. I'm riding with Will.
Here's the thing. I know what my intention is. I know my intention. You can't tell me my intention. Now, last time I checked, people make mistakes. So if it was a mistake, I apologize. But to go to what Norm says, I know what's in my heart. Right. Now, just because everybody's going crazy, they could go ahead and go crazy. Now, if Jada hit me up, my bad, respect, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to probably rock out with what my intention was. You follow what I'm saying? But I also get why she apologized. I think that people could be a little hypersensitive. Like, look at this, look at that, looking into something that's not necessarily true. On the other hand, I completely get pee and kiss. Yeah. I completely get the optics. They're look like they don't got no clothes, blah, 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 blah. But it's from a movie. Like, it's not, you know what I'm saying? Come on, bro.
Sandy B said, baby said, it was from a movie. However, if someone posted a pic of them kissing Jada from a movie, how would that look to Will? Okay, no doubt.
I see your point.
DJ George Aiken, what's up, fam? Exactly. Why would they post a pic of them standing on the red carpet? Why couldn't they post a pic? Why couldn't they post a pic of them standing on the red carpet at a movie premiere? Exactly. True indeed.
I think she felt because they were friends.
True indeed.
And she was just poking fun. I don't think she intentionally.
Yeah, but I get it.
It comes off borderline disrespectful.
If one of my friends, if I used to be in a movie, and I had a kissing part with one of my female friends who I'm still cool with, and they posted that on my social media. First of all, I would be like, I would say something to her, like, what are you doing? Like,
Phyllis Woodbury said that was disrespectful.
Yeah, because I am married. If I'm single, then hey, it is what it is. But as you know, I think that's just what people have to understand, that there are certain lines that you can and you can't cross when someone is married versus someone is single. Like I said, had he been a single man, you wouldn't have heard one word about it. You might be like, oh, are they dating? Back together? Are they, something to that effect. But you wouldn't have got backlash. It's just the fact that they're married. And like I said, there's certain lines that you don't cross, whether you're being playful or not.
Yeah, I see
because it's like this blurred lines. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
You just don't do stuff like that. I mean, it can cause trouble.
I don't think would I have done that to my married co-star? Probably not.
No.
So,
but I don't think that was her intention.
Now, real quick, before we go into our other thing, who's our NOD of the day?
I forgot who is.
Do y'all know what NOD mean?
Mm-hmm. I think Donald Trump should get it every day.
Yeah, it's Negro on display.
No, Negro.
No, we don't use that term.
Yeah,
it's a nigga on display.
N-word on display.
Yeah, that's what I coined.
Who is that now?
And that person today is this person. 5-month-old drowned after father left him unattended in a bathtub to play video games. 5-month-old drowned after father left him unattended in the bathtub to play video games.
God, I can't.
Big dummy of the day, man. When I saw that, I'm like, come on, bro. 5 months playing video games. So let's read a little bit of that.
A 5-month-old baby in Alabama drowned after his father left him unattended in the bathtub to go play video games. 23-year-old Cordatius Cotton was charged with reckless manslaughter after he left his son Desmond Okay.
Oh, where we at? My bad.
Desmond unattended for an hour to play his video games.
Cotton forgot his son was in the bathtub while he played video games, then later found him unresponsive when he returned. Jefferson County Sheriff's Chief Deputy Randy Christian said paramedics performed CPR but were unable to revive the boy.
That's freaking sick. What a dumbass.
Blame
huge neglect.
The mother.
Why?
Because I'm sure she knew who the father was. He's 23, playing video games, right? And I'm sure in the time that they've courted, dated, or whatever, she knows that if he's in front of that video game, he's in another world.
Right.
So do you leave your newborn baby with somebody who totally blacks out the world if they're sitting in front of this video game? Because I don't play video games, but I know lots of people that do, and I also know that when they're playing these games, nothing else in life exists. You can have a whole house full of butt naked women.
I see that with people
walking
playing
past
the phone
them.
game.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like you're in front of the TV. So to leave a newborn child, not to take any of the neglect off of him, but I'm saying I think that's where it started. You don't women, period. Like, you can't leave your child with anyone. And I know that was the child's father.
Crazy.
But if you know that he's not responsible, which apparently he was not, you don't do such a thing. And because of it, you lost your child.
You lost your child behind that. That's like that lady who was talking on the phone and had both her kids in a pool at like a family function. And
Not
she's
paying
on the
attention.
phone. She was literally like this, turned her back, was on the phone, and the other baby and the
Flipped
floater,
over.
he's
Yeah.
going, ah, like he's screaming, crying, trying to
Yeah.
get her attention. He grabs her and she goes like this, like I'm on the phone, leave me, and the other baby is literally floating,
Yeah.
trying to
Oh
he's
my
drowning.
God.
Yep.
And so she turned around and was like, oh shit, and then grabbed him. Like, it's not that important. Like, what is so important about these games and these damn phones that you're neglecting your child?
Right. Yeah, we
Five.
live. Yeah, we live in a different world
I
now.
can't.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We're gonna
really
we're gonna
can't.
transition to.
I think that people can certainly be consumed with a video game
Yeah, it's too
or
much.
a cell phone
Yeah, I
or
see
whatever,
it.
and that's
Hey, Tammy.
horrible. I blame him.
How many
I
people?
blame that joker.
Yeah.
How
He
many
killed
people-
his own son.
No,
man.
I do. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
I definitely
Come
wasn't
on,
taking any blame
Yeah,
away from him.
That's
But I get-
ridiculous.
But I was just saying
You
he
didn't
should
leave
not
me a
have
child with
ever
it.
been left in that man's, presence by himself.
Unless she's that neglectful herself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, so Tammy's comment.
no, let's read
Tommy went back to the whole Garcelle thing. She said, "But what if a dude posted kissing your wives for her birthday?" She's speaking to you guys.
Say it again.
If it's her brother,
How would you guys felt if somebody, not her brother, if you went on social media and saw a dude posted a picture of Sandy for her birthday, kissing her on the mouth, talking about a birthday kiss for the birthday girl? How would you feel?
Here's why.
Would you feel like
it's
it
a
wasn't
problem.
intentional, or
No,
that's for play?
Here's why it's a problem.
That's what she's asking.
Here's why it's a problem.
if
I
she
know
accepted the tag, I'll be mad. Now,
No, you
Here's
can't.
why. Here's why it's a problem.
Yeah.
I know how men think.
Right.
All the time, every day.
But women think the same way. Women are
Not
even more
all the
conniving. How
time.
you gonna-
All the time they think that. Men think like that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 397 days out of the year. So when it's a man, there's no question about what a man's intention is. He's throwing a shot. Women, maybe, maybe not. Depends on how they feel that
Women
day.
think throw more
Worse.
shots.
Thank you.
Dude.
Okay, I'm just telling you. Like I think that men are 100% shot throwers
I would never
all
do
day,
shit like
every
that,
day.
but they do it.
no doubt. All right.
Yeah, it wouldn't go down though.
Next.
No, hell no, that
Yeah.
won't go to hell no.
Next, let's see. Oh wow, yeah, I forgot. This,
Oh, yes,
I guess
yes,
this
yes.
this is some good news.
Yeah.
All right, so New York becomes, check this out, y'all, the first state to launch mandatory mental health classes in all New York schools, K-12. All right,
what is
the
that?
first state to launch mandatory mental health classes
Oh, I got
in
you.
all New York schools.
I got you.
That's super dope.
All right,
Okay.
so let's expand that and let's read a little bit up on that, and I think this is real dope, and I think it's needed. Here we go.
According to EDM, the law took effect on July 1st, making it officially a part of the education system for all students from K through 12th grade. We need to change attitudes around mental health. Meredith Coles, PhD professor of psychology at Binghamton University of the State University of New York, told NBC News, starting to educate children in schools makes sense.
All right, so I'm
Is
gonna
there
clap
more?
that up. That's all I got.
That's all I got.
That's all I got.
That's all we need.
That's all we need.
Yeah.
Look, listen. I hope that that sets a trend.
Yeah. That needs to happen in the job force too.
I hope it,
wow.
it's
I
contagious.
think that if you can catch mass shooters and stuff like that's wonderful. But then on a more personal note, man, there were parts of school where I was absolutely tortured, bullied, made fun of, and affected me psychologically.
Right.
I did use comedy eventually, but when you're like 8, 9 years old and people making fun of your name and the way you look, and ha ha ha, and you're too this and you're too that.
Right.
Back in our day in the 70s, it was like, oh well. You know what I mean? You got to grin and bear it.
Right.
Now, if I was psychologically doing something different, that could have been me out there wilding out. And so I agree that we need to understand that children have mental health issues. The quicker we address those, then we're not going to grow up to be wife beaters and alcoholics and crazy folks. So I'm for that. That's great news.
No doubt. We need that in Jersey. We need that all over, all the states. Yeah.
And like Kid said, on your job too, because I work with a lot of crazy folk, for sure.
Now, here's the clincher. Here is the clincher. All right. So, Bill Cosby's wife, Camille, is being blamed for some of his behavior. She's being blamed for the way that Bill acts and some of his actions, right? And I thought that was kind of crazy.
Right.
But P, when we talked about it before the show, he kind of broke it down another way. Maybe she did know. What y'all think? So, and the reason why I'm saying this is, so the Incredible Hulk, Lou Ferrigno, right?
Right.
His wife right here. Here's his wife. Here's his wife right here. Nah, you stupid. His wife is right here, and I'm going to play the statement she said about his wife, Camille, and what happened to her at an event. So let me find the clip real quick. And here we go. And here we go. All right, here we go.
Let's go to the videotape.
Lou Ferrigno is breaking her silence about the time she claims Bill Cosby tried to sexually assault her.
His eyes, he looked like the devil.
Carla Ferrigno says it happened in 1967 when she was 18 years old and working as a Playboy bunny. It was years before she married Ferrigno, best known as TV's Incredible Hulk. Carla says she was on a double date with Cosby and his wife. After going to a movie, they ended up here at the Beverly Hills estate where the Cosbys used to live. They were playing a game of pool when she says she noticed that Cosby's wife was no longer there and her date had also inexplicably disappeared. She says she was startled to find herself alone with the entertainer, a move she thinks he planned all along.
I looked around and I said, where's your wife? And he said, oh, I don't know. She might have, maybe she went to bed. And then I looked around and I said, where is my date? And he goes, oh, maybe he went to the bathroom.
Carla claims Cosby offered her a cocktail, which she declined. Suddenly, she says, he lunged at her.
And he kissed me right in the mouth and kept holding on. And I started pushing. And I took all my strength.
Carla says she got out of there as fast as she could. She believes Cosby's wife shares the blame.
His wife, she knew. She knew everything.
Why do you say Camille knew?
Because every woman knows her husband. She had the plan. She knew what was going to happen.
Carla says she never told anyone except her husband and is only coming forward to support the other alleged Cosby victims. There are now more than 50.
I was the lucky one.
Any type of way that Camille Cosby was part of the blame for his behavior. Who we gonna start with? Let's go with
I'll start.
P.
First and foremost, let me say that if any women were harmed by Bill Cosby, my heart and prayers go out to them. I will say I think a lot of this is a witch hunt. I will also say I don't think that drugs were not given to women during this span of time, but I also think that they were willingly taken. I think it was, I think this whole thing is, it's just a whole nother show. I will say though, when we watched that clip before the show, I did express to the panel that, you know, her and that story, I do believe that probably happened. It was a younger couple, and I'll tell you why that I feel that I believe that probably happened. There are a lot of sub lifestyles out there that people live, and especially people who are in the entertainment industry. Him being a actor, activist, stuff of that nature. Her being a Playboy bunny. Perceptions of people sometimes, like she's an 18-year-old Playboy bunny, so the perception of her is probably that she's a party girl, and especially that was 67. So 67 at the Playboy Mansion. Trust me, there was lots of drugs, alcohol, and partying and effing going on there. That being the case, the movement of the way that the story is told by her, I believe it, because there are swinging couples out there, and a lot of time that is the way that they operate. Now, usually when people are dealing in a swinger lifestyle, both parties usually know that that's what they're doing.
Do we know they were swingers? One.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying. I'm just.
Here is Camille in 1967, the year that she stated that Lou Ferrigno's wife stated. So this is Camille, very attractive,
very beautiful. Yes,
very beautiful.
Yes.
I don't know how her lady's boyfriend looked at that time. Yeah. I don't know how she looked. I mean, he looked. Maybe Camille was attracted to him too. What you think?
Because I'm looking at the way that she said it went down. They went out for dinner. For one, how did they know each other to even get to that point to go to dinner? So that's one. That's my first question. Right. Two, after dinner, they ended up back at the Beverly Hills estate. Okay. They're playing pool. All of a sudden, she looks around. His wife is gone. Then she noticed the boyfriend is gone. So that's usually how it goes down. That's where the separation and the swap off comes in. He's like, "Oh, my wife. She's probably."
You got this all thought out, don't you?
Listen, I know people I know people. Put it that way. I've been around it. I've never been a swinger, but I know enough people. I know how it goes down. So. That's the trade-off, you know what I'm saying? So Camille and old boyfriend probably was rocking out, because I'm sure, like you said, we see the picture of Camille, right? So she came on the old boyfriend, Bill Cosby's wife, on top of it. Hey, I think you're attractive, and blah, 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 blah. And they start doing what they're doing, and Bill's like, okay, well, wife is doing what she's doing. I'm going to shoot my shot.
Bro.
And probably figured most people don't tell me no, I'm Bill Cosby.
Okay. All right, shout out to Tammy Walker. She says, I think it was one big orgy back then.
Yes.
And all of them drank the water.
Facts.
Then she goes on
Tammy
to say,
Walker.
But no one wants to admit that they were doing animal tricks.
Exactly. let's clap that up. Let's clap that up for her. It's the truth.
Okay.
It was a wild time. Listen, those times were wild. Everything was sex, drugs, rock and roll. That was that era. And the drugs that they were doing some serious stuff.
Stuff
that still has effects on people today that they took. Some of the drugs that they were taking.
Here's the thing. Can we all admit this, right? And again, there's no way in defense of Bill, right? So, in that situation we just heard, now, you don't know that a woman doesn't want you until she says no or resists you, right?
Facts.
So once she say he lunged at me, whatever,
and I had to push him
and
off.
I had to push him off, so automatically that push off is like, I'm not
feeling
feeling you like that.
Slow down. Yeah.
I don't want the same thing you want.
Yeah.
Now, if you persist, that's considered sexual assault.
Yes, exactly.
On top of that, she was only 18 years old.
Yeah. Okay, but she was legal.
Oh shit!
That's legal.
Well, you know what?
Exactly.
That's legal.
She's a Playboy bunny.
True.
And this is what same thing with a woman. If a woman come after one of us or whatever like that, whatever, and she says, "Yo, I want a such, whatever," and she comes at you, whatever, you like, nah, whatever, and she persists. Yeah. In our world today,
a bit rapey, lady.
But not to cut you off, Norm. Listen.
In today's world,
listen to what her story. Not to cut you off, come let you finish. But listen to her story where she said after he did that. I got out of there as quickly as I could.
Right.
She didn't say we got out of there as quickly as we could. She said I did, which meaning which would lead me to believe that she left, but old boy was still there.
Yeah. Well, she didn't know where you went. He went to the bathroom.
So here's the conversation.
Camille was somewhere. Go ahead.
So here's the conversation. If you're trying to imply that Camille was implicit in all these other 50 cases where he drugged somebody and stuck his ding-a-ling in somebody that was unconscious, we can go back and forth on that.
Yeah.
If you are implying that perhaps they were swingers and the chick didn't know, and when she found out, it was like, oh, I'm up out of here. Like the way the clip was set up, it was like, and Camille knew that Bill has been drugging the pudding for 50 years and having sex with the unconscious. That's the way the clip seems.
Yeah,
now,
you're right.
If you're saying, look, back in '67, they scooped up a Playboy model with her boyfriend and was like, let's go back to the mansion, let's get it popping. And maybe the chick didn't know.
Right.
If you're saying maybe they were swingers, I don't know. They might have been at crack. Y'all all keep telling me how it was back in the day when you just had sex with people unconscious and it was cool.
Right.
But if that's what it was back then that's because that's the fist of Bill. I get you. So because how you can have sex with somebody that's unconscious is disgusting. But if you're saying, hey, they swingers, I know, but it doesn't make any less disgusting. But if you're saying they were swingers, I agree. But if you're saying, hey, look,
I think the Hulk's wife was credible.
That this is what we about, and the other chick was like, ooh, I don't want to do this. Okay, fine. Be gone. You don't want to get swung on.
You see, I'm down with Alesha because we said it before the show.
Studio 54 was
I'm
real.
gonna say this is my own 2 cents. I'm a woman first. Okay, and I've read comments on social media left and right about the situation, and my own personal opinion is this: like Alesha just said, she said Studio 54. I'm just saying
it was real.
I'm only 42, but I've heard stories from people.
I know stories.
There's documentaries
that are older. There's documentaries out there that people have said. Back in the day, if you were going to places like Studio 54 or the Tunnel or the Palladium, all these nightclubs that people frequently joined, okay, you hear people say, yo, it was a must-have. We knew what it was. You know that once you walk through those doors and if you pay your fee, whatever the hell the situation was, you're walking into a situation with cocaine. You're walking into a situation with PCP, with angel dust, with Spanish fly, all these Quaaludes and all types of shit, music, whatever. And guess what?
Endless sex.
And sex. Same
sex.
And people have also
sex.
Exactly. People have said like if you didn't want to come, if you were coming here, you knew what you was getting into.
Exactly.
So you're not gonna go there unless you know like this is what I need tonight. I know where to go, whatever. So in Bill's defense, right? Because like I always say, we're listening to these stories left and right. We're listening to the trials. At the end of the day, nobody knows exactly what went down but Bill, these women, and God.
Yeah.
Okay? And at the end of the day, again, in that era, that's all that there was. It was sex and drugs. So when I went back and like when this thing first unfolded, and I was listening to me and Justin listening to Janice Dickinson talk about her experience, and I'm just like, girl, you are the queen of crackheads when it came to the club scene. You were the queen of cokeheads. Like, she was all over the damn place with anybody and everybody.
Yeah,
so, in my mind, I got to sit back and I got to think, okay, if he did, in fact, rape any of these women, and like Norm said, against their will, if they said no and he pursued and he kept it going, then you know what? Then he's freaking guilty.
Yes.
But for these women to come and say, "Oh yeah, we were always in the club scene," and you're known to have been in that era where you were known for that, like, yo, she was back in the day, she was the bitch, she was that it girl. To me, it makes it hard for me to seriously sit here and sympathize with you or empathize with you and to say like, damn, he really hurt you. I feel like no. She was in the scene. She saw somebody that was like, well, he was well up there. He was a celebrity. He had the #1 show. He had, Fat Albert, all this stuff, all this money coming in. And you know what? It's an opportunity to sleep with Bill Cosby. You're going to go to a hotel room. You're going to a hotel. F the club now.
I've seen it.
Because in the club, everybody's effing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But you went to a hotel room with this man and then going to sit there and say, oh, he offered you a cocktail that you took and you drank. Okay, and back then everybody was like, "Oh, you want to drink? You know what that comes with? Bloop. You know what that comes with." So you went to a hotel room. Now we're out the club scene. Now we're not in the club scene where everybody's at. Exactly. You went to an intimate place. place with this man, an intimate setting where you know good and goddamn well something was about to go down, and now you want to cry. I'm sorry. I find it hard to believe with most of these women. I find it hard to believe that it wasn't consensual and that it wasn't a casual thing, and they didn't know that they was gonna sleep with this man. Stop it. But I'm sorry. It was like people are saying it's to tarnish his brand. A lot of these situations are to tarnish somebody's brand. Like I said, if he did purposely hurt somebody, we'll never know. We'll never know.
But here's one thing.
Not even a damn judge gonna know.
Here's one thing real quick.
Brought him down.
Here's one thing. I'm gonna take a line from what you said. If he did do such and such with most of these women or whatever like that, see, it don't matter. If it was just one.
Yeah, I agree.
If it was just one, then okay, guilty, lock him up, throw away the key. I get all of that. You know what I'm saying? So we got to look at. I'm gonna take it back to the subject content, which is Camille.
Yeah.
So again, I'm asking the question: do you think Camille had knowledge of his type of behavior when it comes to Bill being at parties around beautiful women and whatever like that?
It's possible that
she knew how he got down.
Well, it's possible. It's possible that they had a relationship where she felt my husband is who he is, and instead of me being butthurt about him cheating, we'll just have an open thing where I accept him for what it is and I let him do what he wants as long as I'm in a marriage. Yeah. A lot of people do that.
Yeah.
A lot of people are comfortable with that lifestyle.
I was just about to say she is his wife.
Exactly.
He's in the entertainment industry. She has been to industry parties. Herself. So did she know what goes down in these parties? Absolutely. If she's been to one, like I said, I haven't been to many, but the few that I've been to makes me like I'm not going to any more. You know, so she was his wife. So of course she knew what happens. And even if she never witnessed it through him, she witnessed it happening. And I know that she knew that, okay, maybe he's not doing XYZ right now because I'm here. But how many of these parties does he go to without me?
Exactly.
And I see like 20 or 30 half-naked women, literally with boobs out, whatever, running around, everybody sniffing coke off each other's asses. He probably partakes in some of this if I'm not here.
So I would find it extremely difficult to believe that a wife didn't know the nature of their own husband. Now, I wasn't there. I don't know. But I do remember when I was married, my wife knew what I was and what I was not doing, this and the other. I got to go back to something that was said. All right, Studio 54, this, that, and the other. Let me tell you something. Having sex with someone that is not conscious is creepy.
Yes.
Whether you're doing it with a club full of people or you're doing it by yourself, then you got a club full of people that jokers that are nasty. Now, the milieu of Hollywood, orgies, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. Yes, absolutely. It's with the times they were doing this and the other, but last time I checked, there were additional allegations that said it happened in 74, it happened in 84, it happened in 94, to wit. If you take Dawood at 19 years old, on a trip with his boys in college on a fencing team, going to a strip club, yeehaw, and then compare me to now, I'm certainly not the same person.
Facts.
Am I right? I do believe I grew up, I got married, I had a daughter, my daughter turned my head, about myself and about, man, I really need to change my views on women. Bruh, you talking about slipping a Mickey at 30 years old, slipping somebody a Mickey at 40 years old, slipping somebody a Mickey at 50 years old? That to me goes to intent. Now, I'm the biggest conspiracy theorist in the world and blah, blah, blah. If that joker did it to one person, think of the mentality that it takes. No matter if you was swinging from the chandeliers, you was having orgies in Hollywood every single day. I'm asking you to think about the mentality, right? Of knowingly, whether the chick knew it or not or whatever, when she's unconscious, she cannot give consent when she is unconscious. Did the chick think, well, maybe this pill was going to give me a little loosey-loosey? Loosey-loosey and tipsy-tipsy is not unconscious.
Fact.
What is the mindset of someone that could have sex, maintain an erection for a woman that is unconscious? That's all I'm saying. So if that's what happened, I don't have no sympathy. You know what I mean? Now, and so, but when I was married, my wife knew. You know what I mean? Like what my foibles was, what I was capable of, what you doing, where you going. I kind of think women know. You know what I mean? Come on, man.
And I want to read this comment. Vic said, after an incident, I'm going to assume he's talking about Janice Dickerson. After an incident, she visited him 14 times, talked every week.
Exactly.
He paid her way through college. 2004, he gave her $3.5 million settlement. So you telling me 30 to 40 years later, you remember him forcing you? If you was forced like y'all said, you said you was, you knew what was going down. You went to a hotel room and took the pills.
If that was the only,
and those were her words.
If that was the only allegation, we would not be having this conversation.
I've had so many women that I've seen say that they think that they were drugged by a date rape because they don't have any recollection of anything. But you took all these drugs, all these pills, and you was drugged and drunk, and but yet now he mounted me, and his breath smelled of
Janice
cigars.
Dickinson is not credible.
What?
She's
at
not.
all, at all.
But we
like
talking
Tammy
about.
said, she the
I
BJ
agree.
queen.
But Janice Dickinson is not the only person that said he did that to her. Regular women that wasn't in the industry or whatever have accused him of that as well. So we know that they're opportunists. We know that there are women that target men, lie on men. This is the Man Cave Morning Show. Give me a damn break. We talk about that shit all the time.
Let me read.
But if there's a possibility that this Joker was a monster, it's a possibility.
Let me read.
Give me a break.
James Scott comment and shout out to James Scott. He is the CEO, founder of the Global Mixed Gender Basketball League.
Yes.
Nice.
And he says, I love the comment the young lady on the panel said. Back in the day, everyone was doing some kind of drugs. But if you go to a hotel, it is a wrap.
Yeah.
True indeed.
You know you're not going there to play
James,
spades.
welcome to the show.
Right.
It's good to hear from you.
Yeah.
Got to get you back up on the show and
you,
just
James.
talk about some new things that you're doing. Shout out to Phyllis Woodbury. She said, like my mom used to say back in the day, keep your eyes open and watch your drink at all times.
Yep.
Fact. Men and women.
Men and women got to do that.
Men and women.
I know.
Yes.
Men and women got to do that today.
Yep.
I was drugged before.
Me too.
No, I really was. I was drugged before, and
Me too.
And I was at a local establishment that I frequent a lot, and a dude did it.
Wow.
That's
and a dude
crazy.
did it.
Okay,
and
so Moon, if I said to you, you shouldn't have been at an establishment. You should have known what you was doing. You know what time it is. You know what we doing on. You know what's going around here. It's your fault. Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
That's
no.
what I'm saying.
My
I mean,
thing
it
was,
happened.
and it's funny, when I came back to this establishment, I heard he got fired. He was
Wow.
fired.
Joker.
Or whatever. So that
That's
could have been
horrible.
a common,
But
a
it-
common
yeah.
practice.
But it's crazy. But my thing was like it's a known thing. Like it happened to me and the girl that's not in the group no more. And thankfully, it happened when we were all together.
Wow.
And that my team was strong because we did it. It happened at a club after a show. We went to this like a lounge where they were like having a celebration for us, and we believe because we know that we hadn't even opened the bottles ourselves. So either they inject something through the cork,
Wow.
or something happened because at that time, me and Lenny were the only ones that liked to drink champagne. Right. Aaliyah and Alesha to this day, they don't like champagne. And, you know, me, I don't prefer it, but we would drink it. And me and the other young lady were the only ones that were like all over the place. We were talking loud, banging on the walls. We were acting, we were like completely, we went from 0 to 100. It was erratic.
Wow.
And it was to the point that I barely remembered anything, that if it wasn't for Aaliyah and Alesha and our security team, because we turned our backs for a couple of minutes to go watch a video premiere of 112.
Right.
Premiere, and we know to support, we're like, oh, the guys are on, whatever. Go back, start drinking champagne, and oddly enough, me and Lenny were the only ones that were affected because the other two didn't drink.
Wow.
And if what if I
So we
can't-
knew. So, but we were by ourselves.
Right.
Anything could have freaking happened. You know what I'm
Champagne
saying? Like, I thank God for that.
dissolves.
And what if I
feels
said to
quicker
you,
because it's
Right.
acidic.
And
Exactly.
what if I said to you, Kiss, you know what happens in this club? You know when I give you
Yeah,
some
but
wine.
but during that time,
you know what it is. You know
it
what's-
wasn't like it was back in the day. You
The
know what
point
I'm saying?
I'm making is,
but I get
the
it.
fault of that situation was the person that drugged you,
Right,
Not
of course.
you,
Right.
Yes.
The person that was like, I'm going to, not.
Right.
Well, you know, did you see what Kiss had on?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that Kiss is
But-
an entertainer? Do you know that she's in the bar and in the club? She
But-
wants it.
but one
she
time-
shouldn't have came in there if she didn't
Right.
want it.
Right.
Stop. That's what I'm saying.
But here's,
Of course not.
here's
I get you
the
on
thing.
that.
Here's the thing. I haven't heard too many accounts where any of the victims said that a lot of them knew they were getting something.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And especially Janice Dickinson, she knew at that time it was a Quaalude. She knew that.
Yeah.
She said that in one account and whatever like that. And to me, she knew it and she took it anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Willingly.
So here, here's my thing. Can you really criminalize that person if you had knowledge?
Okay,
and,
so-
and then the sex was consensual, and two, you had
Here's my
knowledge
retort.
that you were taking a drug.
Here's
Well,
my
Go ahead. I'm about to say the reason that you can criminalize it because the drug was illegal.
Here's my retort. First of all, I can't. I'm not gonna go on the Janice Dickinson example because she's not credible. But let's go to another example. So I give you a drink, right? Do you think when I give you a drink that you're going to be unconscious?
Right.
That's number one. When I give you a Quaalude, is the Quaalude or the Coke or the whatever the frick you're giving me gonna make me light, nice and loosen up or completely unconscious? My supposition is that not every single woman that took that pill, every last one of them was like, I'm going to be unconscious. That's what I'm saying. Now, if it went down for 30 women, that's, you know what I mean? Number two, the intention for having sex with somebody that's not conscious is creepy just because he's Dr. Huxtable in the Bill man, and that he did a whole lot of shit for black people, which he did, and he was my idol and I love him and blah, 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 blah.
Absolutely.
So when I take the Quaalude, do I think that's going to knock me totally out? Or just, wait, when I smoke my weed and have sex with my girl and it feel good? Okay, I smoked the weed, but I wasn't unconscious.
Could I be completely honest, and then we're gonna wrap up.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna be honest about how I feel because I've been getting asked this a lot. Norm, blah blah blah. How you really feel about Bill and the whole thing? Could I tell you what I'm really honestly upset about?
That's what we hear.
All right, my whole thing is I'm really not upset that Bill is sitting in a jail cell right now. Being honest with you, because again. As you say, as a Buddhist, what is it? You are responsible for
condition of your own life.
Okay,
yes. So you put them pills.
So that's one. Here. That's one. And two, again, I'm gonna say this again. We gotta stop putting ourselves in a position to even be accused of something.
Exactly.
Right. So that's
talk
two.
About that.
And then three, I'm gonna say this. So what I'm really mad at is we see all these cases, and I could pull up a picture of all these other men. That have been convicted of or accused of similar things and got certain similar allegations. Yeah, very similar. Some worse.
Yes,
of course.
Some worse.
Of course, they're free,
and none of them are sitting in a jail cell.
What color are they?
So the problem, they are Caucasians.
You
sir.
think?
All right. So
priests.
The problem I have with this,
exactly.
All right, and so let me explain this into. The young lady that tried to curse me out and go back and forth because I was upset about what happened with Bill. I wasn't upset about it because I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Because if he did something, he should be in jail. I wasn't upset about it because of that.
Right.
I was upset because I'm like, wow, why is it that Bill Cosby has to be the poster boy for sexual assault.
Exactly.
And that's where my frustration comes in.
Yeah.
With all these other accounts and all these other allegations or whatever.
Yeah.
Like nobody and all these other women coming out in multiple
and groves.
In groves over these other men.
Yes.
And no one is sitting in a jail cell but Bill Cosby.
This man got one foot in the
game. He's a monster.
He's
a monster. He's a serial rapist.
Wrong
he's this,
is wrong
whatever.
for everybody.
Absolutely.
Come on, man.
1000%.
Come on.
And that's why I want people to understand.
1000% the case.
Yeah, that's why I want people to understand too that
this case to me just leaves nothing but room for being able to having to play devil's advocate because it's like I said, none of us. I don't care who you are. You can have all the opinion in the world. We weren't there. We don't know. We don't know. And me, I'm always the kind of person that no matter what I hear, a person could tell me a story right now and I'm going to sit here and say, one, I wasn't there. Two, I know that you're not a dummy. Three, I know you smart enough to know that if you take a certain drug that you've never taken before in your life, there's going to be three things that might happen. You're going to get high as a kite and enjoy it. Two, you're going to probably knock out because you're not used to it. Your body might shut down. Or three, you're going to die from it. Yeah. We know this. Some people might be able to say, oh, I'm going to go pop a Molly. And guess what? Your body might reject it to the point where it's going to take your life. And then you might freak out, be streaking in the street. Anything can happen. We know that women can flip things and say, well, I was conscious. I knew what was going on. I knew what I was there for. Yes, but if I could flip it and make this look good on me, and we know that people can be vindictive. So that's why I say, like, as a woman, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, because they're women. No, because I know women can be vindictive. I know women know how to switch shit up. The same way men can lie, we lie too. And I feel like a lot of these women were very casual about the situation. They knew what the hell they was getting into. They saw a man who was a celebrity. He had money. Oh, I'm going to get with Bill Cosby. He ain't my cup of tea, but I'm sure there was a lot of women out there that was like, oh, let's get with the pudding pop man. Come on now, like, stop. Like, I just feel like, come on, like, now. My whole thing is, like, after all these freaking years, ain't that much embarrassment in the fucking world, yo?
That's the biggest issue for me.
That's what bothers me the most.
And I know they say that most people who have been sexually assaulted or molested or raped or whatever,
like I said,
generally
if he's
don't
wrong,
come out.
he's wrong. But if he's if he's not, it's fucked up. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Of course, on this show, Monday through Friday. We talk about female opportunists and abusive women all day, every day. Come on, like that's like the bread and butter of our show.
Yeah.
Men crying and crying out to say, listen, we're tired of being victimized, this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man, look,
Nobody wants to
if
get
this
lied
is
on
what
like
really happened, if this F you, like F you, like I don't know if what happened. I'm just saying when the smoke this fire, that's the first thing. Second thing, all of these other folks, Harvey Weinstein and this one and that one and this one and the president and they free
the president.
So again,
president. Let's talk about that.
So again, I am not mad that Bill Cosby is sitting in jail for something something that he did at all. I'm not mad because out of 60 women, one of them got to be telling the truth.
Right.
So let's be 100.
Yeah, right.
All of us that's upset.
He's wrong.
And so regardless of if this was a plan, right, to shut Bill down, the fame, regardless, right. So somebody just had to bring it out. So so let's go back to comedian Hannibal Buress. Hannibal Buress, right? That actually they saying he's the catalyst for this whole thing.
He was saying what had been said.
Right.
He didn't just make it up.
So now somebody heard that. Now,
and ran with it.
Here's the funny thing. Who's that somebody that heard that and said, aha.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. They used it against
get him.
You see what I'm saying? So now this is okay. Let's find somebody went on a spree.
Oh yeah.
On a defamation spree to say, let's find any woman that was associated with Bill Cosby
back in those days
and that said something.
Absolutely
blah, blah,
agree.
blah, 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 blah.
Absolutely agree.
You know, so this is what happened.
Yeah.
So now. Some of it probably, maybe some of it's true. Out of these 60 cases, some of it's true.
Some of it's true.
But I do believe, okay, yes, it was somebody's plan.
It's a plot, and he a tree jumper. Why can't it be both?
It's both.
Why can't it be both? It is
I
both.
believe it's both.
I was gonna mention it before, and Vic just reminded me. Just even going back, like you said, right? Look at Charlie Sheen.
Yeah,
Look at Charlie Sheen.
who was tested HIV positive
and
admitted that he was sleeping with women unprotected. That's to me that's a why are you not fucking locked up?
You know why he ain't
you were spreading this virus knowing that you fucking had it. So why
he's on TV making millions of dollars.
This is why it's so hard to be a woman and take up for women, and why it's I can't. I don't even have no more words for it. It's aggravating as shit, and it's sad that people care so much about tarnishing a brand more than the fucking truth. Because at the end of the day, you got this man out here saying exactly what he did. Like, I knew I had it.
Yeah.
And you sleeping with women.
And it is
y'all
also
stupid as shit sleeping with this man because he got money, because he got notoriety. He's on the TV, whatever. Stop being so fucking stupid, for real.
And it is also important for men to call bullshit on other men too.
Come on,
it can't just be women.
Stop, yo.
It got to be men like, this is some bullshit. I'm
True
not
indeed.
rapist. I'm not knocking you out. Blah blah blah.
Look,
kick rocks.
The shit really makes me mad, yo.
We want to thank everybody for joining us.
Good show
on the Man Cave afternoon show, morning show.
Yeah.
Depending on where you at.
Thank you, sir.
Salute to everybody, man. We appreciate all your comments. We respect all your
Absolutely.
comments and your views and your opinions and everything. We will be back tomorrow morning on the Man Cave Morning Show. But make sure you tune in tonight.
Hey, Denise.
10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Storm Morning Show.
Oh, Lord.
All right, we're going to come back with some more heat. We're going to come back with some more heat on the Storm Morning Show and everything. And we're going to discuss some things tonight. So tune in tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Storm Morning Show. And now, check this out. You know what I'm saying? If you love the Man Cave Morning Show, if you like what we discuss, all right, make sure you share it out.
Yes,
tell
please.
a friend, tell one, tell all, or whatever like that. We are here for you and everything, because you know what? This show is never about us.
Hold up.
It's always
Before
about
Before that. Also, if you're not a subscriber to our YouTube page, go to our YouTube page and subscribe.
Subscribe now.
Yes.
Respect.
Because you will very shortly you will not be able to watch the Man Cave Morning Show on Facebook.
Right.
You'll be able to watch it straight up on YouTube and the mother site, WBKS1.com, and you'll be able to listen to it on the TuneIn app.
Yes.
All right, and you'll be able to catch it too on Twitter and Periscope. So yes, there will be a Man Cave Morning Show group page.
Yes,
fan page coming soon. The Man Cave Morning Show fan page
moving up in the world
coming soon, and so look out for that. And that will be on Facebook. So that's where you will have to go to watch the Man Cave Morning Show.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Tammy and Jocelyn.
Yeah, so we
Love you, ladies.
We want to thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate you all.
Yes.
And again, remember, this show is never about us.
Nope.
It's always about you.
Because
you are the next best kept secret.
See y'all tomorrow morning.
Forever. Bang, bang,
Tune
bang,
in
bang.
tonight for the Storm Warning Show with me
Bang,
and
bang.
Hurricane Kiss.
Yes.
Bang, 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 bang.
We out of here.
See you later.
Peace.
And I love y'all, man. I love y'all, man. Storm North loves the peoples.
Love you back.
Love you right back.